What's going on, everyone? Today I'm going to be switching out the tires on my Aniioki AQ177 Pro Max e-bike. Ridiculously long name, but oh well. The tires I got were originally going to be for this bike here, which is the Rave GT, but the problem is this rear tire doesn't have a motor disconnect, so you got to take off the tire and kind of just let it hang or go inside the controller box. I really don't feel like dealing with that and doing all of that, so I decided to just put the tires on this bike instead. The tires I'm putting on are these from V Tire. They're the Speedsters with white walls. They have this road tire pattern, then of course the white walls. I'm not sure if it's gonna look too white, but I'm just gonna throw them on there. We'll see how it looks. We'll see how I like it. Worst case scenario, I can always switch them to another bike. I am gonna do another speed test on this bike shortly, just to see the very max I can get without letting off the throttle for a while. And then I'm gonna test it again with these tires and see if it improves any. All right, so let's go ahead and try out this top speed. Adjusting my brakes, and they work a little better, but it's still a little mushy. From what I read, they might need a little break-in time, so hopefully that's the case. Let's see if we can hold on to it and see what the top speed is we can get. Going full throttle right now. .5, 31. And I just passed the cops, so I had to slow down. It always happens. Every time I'm doing a top speed test, there's always a cop. Just my luck. But good thing around here, the cops don't seem to care much, so they've never told me anything. But again, we got 31 and some change. All right, so came over to the nearest main road so I could just let it rip and see what it climbs up to. I would say around 30 it does start to like go up, but very slowly. So we'll see what we can get on these tires and then come back with the other tires tomorrow. All right, so I'm gonna wait till this light turns red and then just go full speed ahead so I don't gotta worry about cars almost running me over. All right, here we go. .25, 26, 28, 30, 31, 32. Yeah, looks like I'm not gonna get past 32. All right, so it looks like the maximum I was able to get was 32.4. I know a lot of people say they get 33 or 34 miles per hour, but you got to take their weight into consideration. And then some of them are just, some people just like to lie online. You know, I'm in a motorcycle group and there's been like dyno tests on a motorcycle that is able to only achieve a certain speed. And then people will come out saying, well, I got, 40 miles per hour faster than you on it. And it's all stock or whatever. So some people just like to lie just with the extra attention so they can feel cool on the internet, I guess. So I could see 33, 34 depending on your weight, but in mine it was 32.4. Maybe going downhill you get more speed, but again, that's not realistic. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw on these tires today and do another speed test tomorrow, and we'll see if having street tires could give us any more top end to the speed. All right, so here's what it looks like now with the new tires. Like I said earlier, I wasn't sure I was gonna like it, but I definitely love how this looks. It just looks like a completely different bike. The white wall tires just tie it all together and it just looks so much better than it did before. Really happy with how it looks. Definitely gonna leave those on there. Front tire was very easy to change out. The tires in general, the BFT tires and these tires, very easy. They come off and go on very easily. The only one that took a little longer was the back tire. This has kind of an odd mounting system. This comes out the back through the fork. You can't put these in all the way. You got to put it where it was because the brake caliper here is in the back. So to remove the tire, you also got to remove the brake caliper. That just comes off and then the whole thing comes out. If you don't, basically this is just holding it on there. But beside that, it wasn't bad at all. To do them both maybe took me about an hour, give or take. Overall, very easy to do. Definitely like how it looks. You can see it has a completely different, smoother rolled tread pattern now. So yeah, let's go ahead and take this for a ride and see if it rides any differently and see if we get any more top speed. All right, so off the bat, these tires are a huge difference. They are very quiet. Like right now riding, I can hear the motor more than I can the actual tires. With the other ones, I hear that kind of like the vibration or whatever from the deeper tread. This one I don't hear them at all. Very silent. And on top of that, this is much smoother as well. Right now I have the tires inflated to, I think it was like 16 psi. These tires have a maximum of 20 psi. They do feel a little bouncy right now, and I do prefer a little more of a firm ride. So I probably put these near the max, and hopefully that takes out the bounciness. Because right now I feel like they feel balloony, whereas the CSTs felt more firm. So pretty sure I put some more air in them, they'll be fine. But right now these are definitely a whole lot more smooth, and like I said, a lot more quiet. So those two factors, this should definitely go at least a little quicker. Yeah, like I said before, this is a very smooth bike. Right now riding through some very rough sidewalk here, and I don't know if it's just the suspension or in combination with the tires feeling kind of balloony right now, but this is very smooth. It is soaking up all these cracks and bumps, no problem at all. Yeah, so when I first filmed the first half of this video, that was like a week ago. I actually had these tires on for about that same time. I put them on the day after I made that video, but we had a heat wave. It was like 100 degrees, and I stepped outside and I was like, nope, I'm gonna film this video when it cools down. Now finally we return to some good temperatures. Today it's a nice 72, 73 degrees today, so this is a lot better. All right, so it turns out I'm an idiot. Like I said, I put these wheels on last week. I thought I inflated both wheels, but I guess I didn't. I just put some air in the front one, just enough to put it on. Like I said, it felt a little too bouncy. Like in the back, it felt nice and firm. In the front, it felt very pillowy. And it turns out I had the back at about 19 PSI and had the front at 8 PSI. So it's completely different. But the minimum on this tire is 8 PSI. So if you prefer a nice and cushiony ride, you could put that 8 PSI and it becomes very smooth. It just absorbs everything so nicely. But like I said, I prefer the tires to be a little more firm, a little less rolling resistance. So I went ahead and put them both at 19 PSI now. And now it feels a lot more normal. Headed to the same spot right now. I'm just gonna floor it full throttle and hopefully we get a little more speed. All right, here we go. Whole lot of traffic right now, but hopefully everybody just goes around. All right, so unfortunately I was not able to do a direct speed comparison. It is very windy today, and as I was riding, I felt the wind just kind of shoving me to the side and slowing me down the entire time. I actually got about 2 miles per hour less than I did before, but last time it was a clear, perfect scenario kind of day. But overall, it doesn't feel like it's going any faster or having less rolling resistance. It just kind of feels the same speed-wise, but as far as comfort and noise goes, it is a night and day difference. It's just so much smoother, and like I said, it's so much more quiet as well. It kind of feels like I'm riding around in the car now. You don't hear that loud tire noise that you would with the mountain bike kind of tires. It's just so much more quiet, so much smoother. So it doesn't seem to do anything speed wise, but as far as ride quality, it's definitely a whole lot better. So I'll definitely be leaving these on here. And like I said, it makes the bikes look so much better as well. So if you're someone that doesn't do too much off-road riding and just want a smoother ride, then I would definitely recommend these tires. So yeah, overall, no speed improvement, but definitely happy with them otherwise. Like I said before, I'm gonna try to do a throttle only range test on this bike from 100% to 0. I'm gonna wait till it's nearly dead and I'm barely moving. I'm just waiting until I have more time off from work so I can go ahead and do that, but I'll definitely have that up soon. But until then, that about wraps up this video. If you have any questions at all, feel free to drop me a comment and let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.